Hairbrain Comedy presents.
All right, this is Picking Fights with DJ Dangler and the world famous Jasper T. Colbert. This is UFC 271?
271.
271. 271 UFC fights.
Yep.
And this is one of them.
There are 3 real good fights on this card.
There are 3 real good fights, and that's enough.
And it costs you just merely $275.
Yeah, $100 a fight.
Yeah, well, the problem is they got to have main events for fucking fight nights every week.
Yeah.
And so those are supposed to be the bottom 2 fights on the fight card. Fucking Jake Hermanson versus fucking Strickland that just happened. That should have been the curtain jerker on this.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I would much rather see that Strickland fight than the fight that we do have opening, Bobby Green versus Nasrat Haqparast.
I like Bobby Green, 15 years ago or whatever.
I've been calling him Bobby the King Hill for at least his last 5 fights.
Oh man, I want to see a Bobby Hill with all them tattoos. Like put Bobby Green's tattoos all over Bobby Hill in some little shorts. Oh, that's it, man.
That's it. Get the graphics department. Do it up.
Meme it. Meme that shit.
I will say this, though. You just say showing up to work. Bobby Green shows up to work. He had 4 fights in 2020.
Okay.
This is one of those. I'm even going to go the other route. Bobby Green is my least favorite thing to see in MMA, where he is a freak athlete who's always game, and they're just going to run him till he drops.
Yeah.
I don't think he has it to become even top 10 anymore, but he'll just keep fighting because he loves it, because he's good at it, because it's what he does. But 4 fights in a year, at some point, this isn't like, the heart on him. It's just hey, this guy's willing to do a shit job.
To be the opening fight on the pay-per-view, this is like if your guests are running late, they won't miss the good stuff.
Maybe it's to allow the people in Australia to catch up on sleep. I don't know the time zone problem. Maybe it's one of those people will just be having dinner right then.
In Australia, the fight card goes the other direction. So this fight's while you go to sleep.
I think I'm going to go with the younger man. I think I'm going to go with Haqparast, but
I'm going with Germany on this one just because he's got at least a future ahead of him. So it's like if he wins, at least he can go on. He can be the Bobby Green of tomorrow.
Moving on to the little fellas, bantamweight, Kyler Matrix Phillips versus Marcelo Rojo, the Pitbull.
I did not know that Kyler was a real name. I thought that was just when Beavis and Butthead messed up that guy's tattoo on his forehead that said killer. And I still don't think it's a real name, as a matter of fact. This is the fight with the biggest gap in the odds on the card, too.
I do think, though, bringing in the odds, I think the Pitbull's getting fed to Phillips. I think people really like Kyler.
He's from Arizona. Does he bring out a huge fan base in Houston, Texas?
Yeah. He's 26. He's still got people that he went to high school with driving a few hours to watch him fight.
Is it good enough to put money on Rojo?
Yeah. I'd say it's totally worth spending $10 to make. What are you going to make, 40?
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid odds. I don't know. You know what, though? I always think I'm going to make a whole lot of money on some underdog, but they're usually an underdog for a reason. We've got the Killer Gorilla, Jared Cannonier, and Derrick Brunson. Does anybody want Brunson to win?
His wife and kids, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't. No, he's one of them dudes. It's weird that
nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, and just people don't like you. People just don't accept him for being as good as he is.
But I think I'm going to continue it. I'm going to go kill a gorilla.
I'm with you.
I hope I'm not just a sucker for marketing.
Yeah, I'm with you though. I just and these are both old ass dudes, man. These are both old ass dudes, and I guess I like the idea of Jared Cannonier fighting Adesanya better than the idea of Brunson fighting him again.
These guys have had like similar fight histories or records in the last year or two, but I think Killer Gorilla's had tougher competition.
100%, yes.
How much of it's just the last name Cannonier?
It's a cool name.
Cannonier. I mean, Killer Gorilla's perfect, but God, just go by the Cannonier. You're the Cannonier with your cannons.
Yeah, everything about him's better than Brunson.
He's good.
Brunson's got a nickname. He ain't got a nickname.
I think Brunson suffers from the same thing as Branson, Missouri. A lot of people just thought it said Bronson, and they're a little pissed off it's not.
Like, why wouldn't your nickname be Derrick Charles Brunson?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Or from now on, I'm gonna call him Derrick Brunson, Missouri. Is this fight not just what heavyweight division's about? I mean, if them two dudes plant their feet and start winging on each other, Tavusa is gonna do that.
Yeah.
Is Lewis gonna do that with him, or is he gonna wait until Tavusa overextends and then blast him?
I think that's probably what it'll be, and I think Tavusa, he's fought some punchers. He's fought some people. I mean, he's been knocked out, right? Like he's fought some guys that hit as hard as.
I mean, there ain't that many guys that hit that hard.
There aren't, and he can get knocked out. I'm excited to see it. I really am.
What happens in round 3?
Fair enough. You're right. That's going to be my decision.
Lewis has been there.
Yep. You're right. Derrick Lewis has a real easy game plan. He can feel him out that first round. He can wrestle him like we were talking about that second round and get him tired. And then Derrick Lewis, for as big as he is, has a gas tank.
This is a fight for the fan boners, man, because Tavusa is only number 11, and he's getting the number 3 challenger in this fight because we are expecting fireworks.
Yeah.
If this thing is anything less than fucking awesome, I'm going to be surprised.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't get a rock'em sock'em head go up.
Yeah, this should be a devastating fucking knockout.
The last style bender is taking on Robert the Reaper Whittaker. Which Bobby Knuckles is a better nickname.
Bobby Knuckles, man. I don't know where that came from, but it's so much better. Bobby Knuckles is a good enough nickname that he should be one of those guys that we don't even know what his real name is.
This is a hard one for me to pick because I can give you every reason that Bobby Knuckles ought to win. But I just don't see Adesanya losing. And the odds are so against Whittaker that were I a gambling man, I would put money on Whittaker because he's better than that.
He could do it.
He can do it.
He can do it.
And I have more faith in him than the odds makers do, and that's rare.
He said in interviews that Jan Blachowicz showed us how to beat Adesanya. And
but did he show you how to be 20 pounds heavier?
Exactly. I feel like it showed you how to beat Adesanya at light heavyweight. I hope that he's saying that to make Adesanya thinking about wrestling the whole time so that he can use stand-up, the threat of wrestling to get in on the exchanges. And then once he goes into striking, hopefully he goes back to that wrestling then and keeps up. Israel, you can't let him know what's coming. That kid reacts so well. You're going to have to fix it up. You're going to have to pressure him and just keep it going and hope you don't get caught. That's just such a hard fucking game plan.
Because the Reaper is a combination striker. Like he is. He's a beautiful combination striker. But he's giving up 5 inches of reach or more.
I said I was going to keep picking Israel until he lost. And then he lost to Blachowicz. But I was like, yeah, but I'm still picking him. And I think I still got to pick him. I think
I think Adesanya is so good, and that 6'4" frame is super beneficial. I don't think Adesanya is going to get beaten by a traditional fighter. I think he's going to get beaten by like a freak show wrestler.
Yeah.
One of those like guys that presents a unique, weird, specific challenge, like an exploitable attack. If that may like, I think that'll be what beats him. I don't think it's going to be a guy that comes in with a regular toolbox. If you had to place money on it, would you still bet on Adesanya, or would you take that big gamble?
Whittaker would be the best bet to make on this card.
Yeah. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
He'd be the best risk to take. Yes, Whittaker would be the best risk to take. And
if you had $5 extra to bet,
if this is strictly about betting, I'd put money on Whittaker. If I could only bet on one fight, I'd put money on Whittaker. But I'd be expecting to lose my money.
If I had to disagree with you on one, I'd probably pick the main event just because I like to gamble big.
If Israel wins this fight, middleweight division's fucking dead.
Well, that's it. It's still going to be an exciting fight, but I think it'll be predictable. UFC 271 has been picking fights with DJ Dangler and the world famous
Jasper T. Colbert.